Greetings of the day, everyone. My name is Judita Agarwal. I'm a proud student of University of Wollongong, Dubai campus. Being a member of Group 3, I would like to introduce you to our project on Dubai Duty Free. The main aim of our research is to help Dubai Duty Free grow their revenue by increasing people engagement and targeting the right audience. Increasing engagement of people through CSR and sustainability will be covered by Dario and Faizan. Justifying millennials as the target audience and how to engage them will be covered by Anika and myself. We will now move on to each team member to present their topic in greater detail.
Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, chairman, members of the board, and distinguished guests. For those of you whom I have not met, my name is Daniel Becha, a Sydney Business School student and a proud member of Group 3 delivering this presentation. Allow me to provide you a preliminary overview of our project progress, findings, and recommendation based on the research question, how might we use Dubai Duty Free's Charity Foundation to influence revenue growth? This is intended to demonstrate the research objectives that align altruistic corporate social responsibility and to consider whether millennials should be specifically targeted regarding charitable causes. An online questionnaire was randomly issued to an acquired audience, resulting in a sample size of 100. The questionnaire composed of 5 related questions and 2 demographic questions. Preliminary findings suggest that when people give, they feel happy, resulting in a sample mean of 4.6 from a possible range of 0 to 6. This is actually quite high. And happier people tend to purchase from retailers who support charities, in particular when retailers match donations. This elevates customers' sense of trustworthiness, resulting in a sample mean of 3.8. Descriptive statistics indicate that both histograms are negatively skewed, with coefficients of negative 1.1 and negative 0.73, respectively for feeling happy and purchase intention, therefore suggesting a higher probability of larger returns. This is supported by Evans, 2014, page 120. We also conducted a 2-sample hypothesis test to determine if there is a difference in sample means between non-millennials and millennials, in addition to testing for equality of variances. In both cases, we cannot reject the null hypothesis, and therefore we must conclude that the sample means and variances are not significantly different from each other. This is also graphically represented by the overlapping range of possible sample means as depicted here. Finally, we confidently recommend Dubai Duty Free to harmonise its charity foundation in its marketing strategy with low temporal and spatial distances, and to blanket the wider audience of passenger traffic to engage happier feelings after clearing customs, and therefore increase purchase behaviour. This is supported by Badarakia and Sen, 2004, pages 18 and 19. This recommendation is simple to implement, quickly actionable, and at low cost, with the benefit of increasing brand image, recognition, and loyalty, as suggested by Cobol, 2014, page 389. In addition, this research can be replicated using an experimental approach by Dubai Duty Free to accurately quantify these findings. Thank you.
In order for the survival of humanity on this planet, it is imperative for us to adopt United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and business contributing to SDGs are open to a lot of opportunities to increase their revenues. I am Faizan Arif, a proud member of Group 3 from Sydney Business School, and it is my pleasure to present ways in which Dubai Duty Free can increase their revenue. I'll be giving an overview of the findings followed by practical recommendations based on my research question, which is, how can the adoption of United Nations Sustainable Development Goals influence consumers' purchasing habits at Dubai Duty Free? As suggested by my fellow team member Mr. Bekia, that people feel happy when they give. Similarly, customers feel very satisfied when purchasing from an organization which is visionary and gives back to the society. The literature suggests that consumers today are increasingly showing greater brand loyalty to visionary businesses that bring value to the society and respond to the challenges being faced by the world right now. According to a research conducted through a questionnaire and secondary analysis, it is suggested that people want to support businesses with good practices. It was established through questionnaire that over 80% people prefer to buy goods and services from conscious businesses and are more likely to purchase from Dubai Duty Free if they know that Dubai Duty Free is supporting United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The findings from this questionnaire are also confirmed by secondary analysis. According to Ernst& Young, if sustainable development goals are to be met, businesses are likely to play a major role and may also have a lot to gain from it. A report from Business and Sustainable Development Commission revealed that sustainable business models related to sustainable development goals could open economic opportunities worth up to $12 trillion. Not only that, according to a research conducted by PwC, 9 out of 10 people believe that it is important that business sign up to meet United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And almost 8 out of 10 people said that they were more likely to buy goods and services from companies that have signed up to the Sustainable Development Goals. Based on these findings, it is confidently recommended that Dubai Duty Free should not only adopt the Sustainable Development Goals, but also make their contribution towards these goals more visible through all kind of communication channels, starting from displaying posters throughout duty free, informing potential customers about how Dubai Duty Free is bringing value to the society through its sustainable practices. Marketing the contribution towards sustainable development goals through multi-channel informative and advertising campaign would also improve customer satisfaction, as now they will know that their purchase supports greater goals. And lastly, it is recommended that the fact that any purchase at Dubai Duty Free will contribute towards achievement of these goals should also be reinforced via marketing channels, which will ease the purchasing decision of the customer. These recommendations have been made keeping in mind the long-term perspective and their easy implementation. To conclude, adoption of United Nations Sustainable Development Goals will not only benefit the society as a whole, but also will bring a lot more business opportunity for Dubai Duty Free. Thank you.
Hello everyone, Juditha Agarwal with you again. I will be talking about my research question, how might we use influencers to motivate millennials to buy at Dubai Duty Free? In order to justify this, in-depth interviews as well as a survey was conducted among 12 and 100 participants respectively. In-depth but simple questions with 12 millennials were organized to answer questions such as, do you buy at Dubai Duty Free? If yes, why? If no, what will motivate you to buy at Dubai Duty Free? The majority replies for what will motivate the millennials to buy at Dubai Duty Free are better offers as compared to outside retail store, social media marketing and loyalty program. After thorough research, we realize that millennials do not adore traditional marketing. They buy products or use services based on recommendations and reviews. These recommendations and reviews can be from families, friends, or any social media influencers that they follow. A random survey was conducted with 100 participants, of which nearly 75% were millennials. Around 77% of the overall participants have visited Dubai Duty Free and love to buy core products such as liquor, tobacco, perfumes, and cosmetics. Digitalization has indeed propelled the millennials to redefine the way they buy any goods and services. It is easy for them to compare products and prices just by few clicks. Millennials are technology driven, and according to Times magazine, they spend more than 5 hours per day on social media platforms. Social media has become an indispensable part of their lives. Therefore, influential marketing will help Dubai Duty Free to reach out to this segment. Since millennials spend most of the time on social media, and the prominent ones as per our survey can be seen here. If we use Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the need for being appreciated, valued and recognized play a very significant role for millennials. And social media apps such as Instagram, Twitter and Snapchat help them achieve this. Similarly, LinkedIn, Pinterest and YouTube help them to reach out to millions and thereby fulfilling their self-actualization needs. These are the platforms that social media personalities or micro celebrities use to spread brand awareness among the people. As per participants' response in the survey, around 79% are likely to buy on recommendations and around 72% will buy from Dubai Duty Free if an influencer promotes the product. Based on the information and secondary resources, Dubai Duty Free should use influencers to publicize and recommend buying products at Dubai Duty Free. Influential marketing is designed to create positive perceptions among the people. An easy to implement and cost effective way for Dubai Duty Free will be to use YouTube and Instagram personalities to promote each category. According to a survey, Huda Beauty was one of the repetitive choices for beauty products. Android Authority Unbox Me for electronics. Crispate can be used to promote various products. Emo Vlogs can be used to promote luxury items. Celebrities such as Will Smith, Ellen DeGeneres, Shilpa Shetty, and sports figures such as Virat Kohli, Naomi Osaka, and Mike Tyson, especially those who have many followers, will be more productive to promote products at Dubai Duty Free. In conclusion, influencer marketing, if adopted by Dubai Duty Free, will create authentic content on various brands offered, drive traffic to recommendation and followers, and drive engagement among the millennials. Thank you for your time, and now Anika will explain about targeting Chinese millennials.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Anika Irshad Kabir from University of Wollongong KL campus and one of the members of Group 3. So my research question was, being the largest luxury goods buyers, how can Chinese millennials be targeted by GDF gold retailers to increase its overall revenue? To conduct the research, I followed qualitative method and secondary data source. I also conducted in-depth interview with 7 Chinese millennials to get more concrete information. At first, we will take a look at the contribution of gold sector in DTF total sales. Apart from liquor, perfume, cosmetics, and electronics, gold is an important source of revenue for DDF. In 2018, DDF sold $134.21 million worth of gold, which contributes almost 12% of the total sale. Over the last 5 years, the gold sale has been pretty much constant, fluctuating between 3,400 to 2,800 kg each year. Chinese travelers are a valuable contributor to DDF revenue generation. In 2018, they represented only 4% of passenger traffic but accounted for 17% of total sales. According to the McKinsey Report 2018, Chinese consumers spent $115 billion in home and abroad on luxury items, which is one-third of the total global spending of 2018. China's post-80s generation, named as Generation Y or Millennials, are the driving source of the country's luxury industry. According to a report of Business Insider 2016, China purchased 612 metric tons gold, which is higher than the purchase of India and the US combined. The percentage in the pie chart reflects that millennials are the biggest customer of the Chinese gold market, generating the largest revenues. The Chinese millennials significantly prefers to shop at duty-free shops because of their tendency to travel abroad, greater deal at the duty-free shops, and China's import tax regime and brand's own pricing policy. Here is the summary of the interviews on Chinese millennials. Traditionally, Chinese consumers used to buy gold jewelry as a source of investment, but for millennials, the focus has been shifted. Today, they see gold jewelry as a means of expressing fashion, lifestyle, and identity. Better price, deal, design, and gold quality influence the Chinese millennials to make purchase decisions. They prefer light jewelries over heavy jewelries, like necklace, pendant, ring, bracelets, etc. They do not go for impulse buying, rather they do proper research before buying gold. They do not mind buying from duty-free shops if the design is unique, price is competitive, and the gold quality is good. Here are some recommendations for DDF. As discussed, the Chinese millennials buy gold jewelry after proper research, so the jewelry collection should be displayed on the DDF website so that they can compare and decide beforehand their travel. There also should be WeChat number through which they can directly communicate on their queries. Then young consumers are more likely to make a purchase if great personalized service is offered. According to a survey of McKinsey in 2018, good sales service attitude, professional knowledge, dedicated sales guide, premium dessert or beverage, happy hour, and add-on services like premium membership card, discount vouchers influence the millennials to buy from the store. Then in-store sales assistants play a critical influencing role both through physical interaction and WeChat messages. According to a survey, 49% of the respondents agreed that suggestions from in-store sales assistants influence their purchase. Then finally, young Chinese luxury shoppers are heavily influenced by key opinion leaders. Celebrities, fashion bloggers, influencers play a major role in raising awareness of new products as they command wider following than brand-owned channels. This topic has already been covered by our group member Juditha. If we summarize all the four research outcomes, it is recommended to DDF to harmonize its strategy foundation in the marketing strategy, at the same time adopting conscious business practice such as aligning with UN Sustainable Development Goals. It will make the customer satisfied and give them a reason to shop for a better purpose. In the other hand, Chinese millennials can be a source market for the DDF gold retailers, contributing to the overall revenue, but relying on traditional marketing won't be enough. Rather, influential marketing can perform better to reach the millennials. Well, that's all to be delivered from Group 3. We wish all the success to Dubai Duty Free. Thank you so much for the opportunity.